Hi friends, in this session we are going to discuss the concept of principles of protocol layering. The question it has to be asked in the examination like this: with the need diagram explain the principles of protocol layering for 6 marks or maybe 5 marks. So here there are a few principles are present with respect to the protocol layering. So the first principle is that bidirectional communication. So with respect to the communications, unidirection is not sufficient. So for that, obviously sender and then receiver, sending and then receiving, it has been takes place at the same time. So that we are going to call it as bidirectional communication. So this bidirectional communication, it has been discussed in the concept of full duplex communications. To achieve bidirectional communication in protocol layering, each layer must be designed to handle two complementary tasks, one for each direction of communication. For example, third layer is responsible for listening in one direction and then transmitting in the other. Second layer handles the encryption in one direction and decryption in the other. So with respect to the sender and then receiver, it has been discussed here. First layer managing sending and receiving a mail. Each layer must be capable of performing its specific function for both incoming and outgoing data. Next, the second principle is that identical object. So if we take an examples of TCP/IP layer, so sender which will be having the few layers are present and the receivers which will be having the few layers are present, and then physical layer of the sender is going to fetching at the receiver of physical layer, which is going to indicating from sender point of view physical layer it is a bits, and then with respect to the receiver in the physical layer it is a bits. So that is indicating identical objects. In protocol layering, the object processed by each layer at the both communicating side must be identical. So for instance, the object should be plain text letter at both the sides. Layer 2, the object should be ciphertext letter at the both the sides. Layer 1, the object should be piece of mail at the both sides. So here we can easily understand that what and all the concept we have discussed in the peer entities in the logical connection. So in this is the sender, Maria it is a sender, and then Anne it is a receiver. So here there are several things it has been happening. With respect to the sender layer 3 it is a plain text, and then with respect to the receiver it is a plain text, and then with respect to the layer 2 the data which will be in the format of encryption and then decryption, say ciphertext, and then with respect to the receiver the layer 2 which is having the ciphertext. So these things layer 2 of a sender and then layer 2 of a receiver which will be having the identical objects. So similarly layer 1 which will be having the mail or maybe receiving mail from a sender, it is going to send a mail, and then from the receiver it is going to receive a mail. So from layer 1 of a sender which is identical objects at the receiver of a layer 1. So in layer model, logical connection refers to the virtual connection established between the same layer in different devices. The application layer in two computers communicate through they are directly connected even though physical transmission occurs multiple lower layers. Logical connections provides abstraction necessary to hide the complexities of underlying transmission methods, giving the appearance that communication occurs a single layer. So these things we need to explain with respect to the protocol layering. Thank you.